everyone, thank you so much. लंदन में खड़े होके लंदन धमकता ना हो फिर क्या फायदा. Let's start. लंदन धमकता. Come on guys.
Free Julian Assange! Now!
What's happening with Julian Assange right now?
I think he's a barrister, Jeffrey Robinson.
Yeah?
But Julian's doing an appeal to have the right to not be sent to the States. Jeffrey Robinson said he's never known a time when the High Court has taken so long to make one little decision. Well, it's not a little decision, but I mean, he said he's never, in all his years of practice, he's never known a time where it's taken the High Court so long to make a decision.
Yeah, because this took place in September. I believe it was. Were they due to have a decision last September, and now it's been dragging on?
It's been dragging on, and I'm like, is this the process? Is this what this is?
Yeah.
Psychological torture of a man. You know, Julian Assange. It's like, I think it's the process. I think they're just going to bounce him here and there till they just destroy him mentally.
Do you think that there could be a possibility that they might free him soon, and this is just...
There's a possibility, because it's not very good PR for the West, is it? Every minute, you know.
Well, I think that's been the case since he was forced into the embassy, but...
I'm beginning to think that the West doesn't even care about the whole PR thing now.
Oh, they absolutely don't.
They're just rogue now, do you know what I mean? It's a free-for-all. We do what we like. I mean, they're selling depleted uranium to fucking...
Yeah, it was confirmed that they sent depleted uranium to
Ukraine. I was like, well, tomorrow the news are going to be mad.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm like, nah.
Well, you know, with regards to Ukraine, have you got anything to say about this particular war?
Well, it's a war that was instigated by America. You know, the Afghanistan one's over. We've got to get some more money somewhere else. So, you know, it's just the Pentagon, the biggest grift in the world.
Right?
You know, I just wish I had some shares in Raytheon, man, because I'd be like...
Well, you know, apparently they didn't, the military haven't passed like the last 5 audits that in the US, you know, and it's...
This is beyond what the president said about the military-industrial complex. It's gone beyond that.
Yeah.
I don't even think he envisioned what it's become. It's like the media complex entwined with the... Do you know what I mean? It's all entwined. It's one big... It's disturbing, I think. And I don't think this is a time to be silent.
Of course.
People have to speak and come out. It's beyond the judgment.
So when are you out here?
Well, we're here at Picadilly Circus every Saturday.
At what time?
Julian, from like 4 till 6.
Every Saturday.
And every Wednesday we're outside the Australian embassy, because he's an Australian, he's not even English.
Yeah, so what time are you at the Australian embassy?
We're there from 3 to 5 every Wednesday.
Yeah. And if you could say anything to Julian Assange right now while he sits in Belmarsh prison, what would you say to him?
I'd say to Julian, reach inside yourself. There's a place they can't touch. Take your power from there. Yeah? They can't touch that from. I know it's easy for me to say that out here, but you've got to keep fighting.
Yeah.
From inside.
Because he told us to keep fighting, didn't
Listen,
he?
Julian was a visionary. He is a visionary.
Yeah.
The more I read, because with this case, the more I keep going, and the more I read about him, the more I see, wow. He wanted the internet to be free. Everything Julian predicted 10 years ago has come to pass.
Yeah.
Censorship.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and the more I see of the internet now, Julian's name pops into my head all the time. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he could see what was going to go down.
He could, and that could be why he's locked up. Yeah.
That's the main reason, actually.
Okay. So thanks a lot. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay. Thanks. Okay, I'll be over there when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm a bit away from you.
Okay. Okay, hello. So, can you tell me the status of Julian Assange right now?
Well, I was at Belmarsh prison this morning,
Okay.
and from information we gleaned, he's holding up,
Yeah?
but he's in isolation, and it's an oppressive, torturous regime they have there, and it's been 4 years, and really anyone who's been isolated and treated as basically a terrorist by the UK and the US would suffer immensely.
Yeah.
And you know, he's younger than me, but he looks older, I'm told.
Yeah, yeah. So, where did you glean this information from that he's
Well, Stella has given some good updates on her visits in prison.
Okay.
His wife.
Yeah.
And she said that, you know, his spirits are good, but he's in a bad way, you know, and he's got a lot of medical conditions that are untreated. She didn't say, but there is the allegation that they were drugging him and giving him various things when he was having court cases.
Yeah, I mean,
we haven't proved that, but from the state he was in and the fact that he didn't show up for several hearings suggests, you know, there is some veracity to those claims.
Wow.
And, you know, it's part of the torture program.
Yeah.
And the UK endorsed torture. Not only here, but in Guantanamo Bay, in Abu Ghraib, and in all the black sites in Poland, in Lithuania, where they practice torture.
That's why Craig Murray was lost his job, because he blew the whistle on torture in Uzbekistan that the British government were aware of.
He did, yeah, and he not only did that, he paid the price for it.
Yeah.
And they accused him of sexual crimes, they accused him of political crimes.
That seems to be the typical go-to, doesn't it?
Well, it is, because they're using the sort of Me Too hashtag as a way of attacking people.
Yeah.
And the legitimate journalists and reporters are being branded, and ambassadors are being branded such, whereas the real perpetrators of violence towards women are in the domestic field.
Yeah.
95% of violence is committed in the home.
Wow. Yeah, well, yeah, we know that. We know that.
The police won't investigate, they won't prosecute.
Yeah, the rape convictions are like non-existent.
6% conviction rate of the allegations made.
Yeah.
They are appalling. If they're worried about violence against women, they need to tackle domestic violence, because that's where it all starts.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they are concerned about violence against women, but can you tell me the status of the case against Julian Assange right now with the courts?
We've been waiting since August last year for the High Court to hear his appeal on all the issues that Judge Barrister ruled against him. They've already looked at the issues where she ruled in his favour and overruled it, and she was forced to retract that judgment.
Okay.
And now the High Court is sitting on its fat arse, on its hands, doing nothing.
Why do you think that is?
Because they're waiting for word from the Americans.
on how to proceed.
what to do.
Okay, and why do you think the Americans are slow in giving that information?
Because they're trying to brave it out to the next election.
I see. So you think this is about the next election, or?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, that makes
Well,
sense.
also because Julian's involvement with the Podesta emails back in 2016, which proved that the Democratic Party defrauded Bernie Sanders of the nomination. So they're terrified that that sort of information's going to leak about Joe Biden.
I
Because
see.
already they're deplatforming the other Democratic candidates who wish to have a fair debate with Joe Biden on why they should be the candidate and not he. They're not
Okay.
even going to have debates.
Yeah, I did hear about
They're
that,
not
which
even
is
gonna have
just so
debates.
absurd. I mean, it still blows my mind that Biden is still standing, barely, but
Well, my theory is that Kamala Harris is so useless that they couldn't use her.
yeah.
You know,
And they
it's
wanted
like-
to, do you
And
think?
what she done as vice president? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
All she does is laugh. She's
Yeah.
like an insane clown.
I mean, I would say it does look like she's quite drugged up,
Yeah,
quite
I
frankly.
think she's on either the wacky backy or the pharmaceuticals from Big Pharma.
Yeah.
But they wanted her to be the next president, but she's out.
Yeah.
So that's why Joe's going to run again.
Yeah.
But Joe is not running America.
Yeah,
Anthony Blinken, Victoria Nuland,
indeed.
the EU commissioners, Van der Leyen. These
Yeah.
are the people who are running the show. And all Biden does is read an auto cue. That's it.
Yeah.
And he can't even do that properly.
He can't. So, a final question. If you could say something to Julian right now while he's in Belmarsh, what would you tell him? What would you like to let him know?
But we're still fighting. We're still demanding justice. We're still demanding due process. And we're still demanding his rights as, to resist the extradition in a proper and legal manner, which has been denied. And we want him out of jail. I think the majority of British public, when looking at the facts, want him out of jail.
Yeah.
But we have a government that is worse than the Yanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, but they're worse.
No, I agree.
And we've
I
had
agree.
2 unelected leaders who are worse than the last idiot they got rid of.
Yeah.
And the idiot they got rid of, who was elected, has now proven that he's so corrupt he was taking money for jobs.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be a common thing with a lot of the politicians. They.
Well, that's how it works.
Yep.
You want a top job, you got to make sure the party or the person gets their payoff.
Indeed.
And we learned that in Ukraine with the Burisma and the Hunter Biden stories that were suppressed.
That's why the laptop story
And
was
we love
suppressed.
Julian. We know that he's one of the few voices for peace. But
Yeah.
we need him desperately. We desperately need the publisher, WikiLeaks and Julian.
Yeah.
Without them, the future generations will know nothing.
Okay. Indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're all right, mate. Does that help?
Thank you. Let's see our crew down here.